Hi, in this video we're going to look at how we go about translating shapes. This is the third of the transformations that we're going to look at. We looked at rotations where we turned objects around a center of rotation. We looked at reflecting objects through a mirror line. And this third one is the translating of shapes. Now, with translating a shape, it's got nothing to do with language. Translating a shape is all about moving a shape. So if I've got a triangle down over here in the third quadrant and I want to move it, say I want to move it across like that, that shape has moved according to the axes in two directions. It's moved horizontally and it's moved vertically. The result is that movement overall. And these two components, the horizontal component and the vertical component, can be put down and combined into one thing which we refer to as a vector. A vector is going to be used to translate or to move an object in this two-dimensional space of the Cartesian plane. So, this is what the vector looks like. We've got two numbers. The number at the top tells us how far we're going to move the object left or right. The number on the bottom tells us how far we're going to move it up or down. So it has moved this shape 3 across to the right. Because it's a positive number, it's going to move it to the right. So if I start off with this vertex over here, to move it 3 places, it'll go 1, 2, 3 places. That will have moved it 3 places to the right. Sorry, the cat just had to leave the room. And this point has also moved 1, 2, 3 places. So as this point, every point has moved 3 places to the right. The number at the bottom tells us how much I'm going to move up or down. If it's a positive number, then I'll go up. If it's a negative number, I'll go down. So this number over here being positive 2 tells me that the shape is going to move 2 places up. So this vertex, which was down there, has gone 2 places up. Likewise, that one has gone 2 places up. This vertex, which was over here, has also gone 2 places up. And so it has moved according to that vector. Here's another example. Here's the vector, the translation vector that I'm going to have, -2, -5. Well, the top number, because it's negative, means I'm not going to go in I'm not going to move to the right. That would be a positive direction. I'm going to move to the left. So it's going to move 2 places to the left. So moved across 2 places. Each vertex has moved 1, 2 across, 1, 2 across, 1, 2 across. And then the second component over here, the one down at the bottom of the vector, -5, that tells me I'm going to go 5 places down. So the shape will move 5 places down. This vertex, which had been over there, is now gone down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. And so the shape has been moved by this vector. It's being pushed down that way. So let's just see what happens if I go and play around with this. If I make my vector 1, 0, that's shifted the shape 1 to the right. If I make it 3, 0, it's shifted it 3 places to the right. If I take this the other way, okay, there it's, let's just reset it. There it is there. If I go and make this move it -1 places to the right, to the left rather, or -2 places, we'll go 2 places to the left. And then if I want to change its vertical or horizontal, well, if I make this positive, the shape is going to shift up. If I reset it, let's just move this 5 places to the right. And now I want to move it 2 places down, 4 places down. There is the vector that has moved that object according to this translation. the translation by this vector. So let's look at a whole host of shapes that we've got over here, A through to H, and let's identify the vectors that have moved these shapes. So I want to move from shape E to shape B. E is over here, B is over there. Once again, I'm going to start off by picking an arbitrary vertex, one of the corners of the shape. I'm going to take this corner over here, and let's see how has it moved. Now remember, the top number tells me how much I'm going to be going left or right. So I've gone 1, 2, 3 places to the right. So I'm going to put a 3 in over there. And then what else has happened to it? It's moved up or down. It's moved up. It's moved up 1 place, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. And so I could say this thing has shifted by the vector 3, 5. What about shape D to shape C? D to C. Well, what's happened very, very roughly, I can say it's moved to the left. So it means the top number is going to be a negative number, and it's moved up, which means the bottom number will be a positive number. How much has it moved? Again, I pick an arbitrary point. I'm going to take this bottom left-hand corner, and let's see how much it's moved across. 1, 2, 3, 4 places across to the right, to the left rather. So my top number is going to be -4, and then it's moved 2 places up, 1, 2, so my bottom number will be 2. And finally, E onto G, E onto G. Well, I'm going to start with this bottom right-hand corner. It doesn't really matter. You can choose whichever one you like. The bottom right-hand corner has gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 places to the right-hand side. To the right-hand side means it's going to be a positive number, so I can just write it as 8. And moving up or down, well, it hasn't actually moved up or down at all. It's just stayed on that line, so it's just shifted across. So there's no up or down movement. And there I've got my 3 vectors to describe those shapes. If you want to go and practice some more of these, the address is up over here. You simply have to go to the lesson on translations, and you can have a run through that. So here we have some examples of shapes that we want to translate. So the first one is to translate the shape A with a vector 7, 5. So we'll do A in black. I'll do this one in black. So pick any of the points, any of the corners. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to take this top right-hand side. 7, 5 means it's got to go 7 horizontally. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it must go 5 vertically. So I must go up 5 because it's a positive number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you fix that point, it's more or less done, because I now know the top right-hand corner is over here. The line, the vertical line over here is 3 units long, so I can just draw it down 3 units. It's 2 wide. It goes up by another 3. It drops down and goes in there. So there is my point A dash. That is the shape translated with the vector 7, 5. The next shape we'll do in purple, and that is to translate the shape B with a vector -2, -1. -2 means it's going to go 2 to the left, and -1 means it's going to go 1 down. So move this point. So I'm going to pick the extreme left-hand corner, move it 2 to the left, so it's going to go 1, 2, and it's going to go 1 down. So that corner is going to be shifted down to here. This top corner over here will be shifted 1, 2 places over and 1 down. So this line that we had over here, the angled line on the left-hand side, is going to be given by that line over there. The shape maintains its size. It doesn't get bigger or smaller. So I know the base has to be 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks long. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks long. The top line is going to be 2 blocks long, so it's going to go through to there. And then I just join up the sides, and here is my point B dash. And then finally, the last of the shapes, we'll do it in red. And this is to translate C by the vector -4, 6. So the -4 up in the top means it's going to move horizontally 4 places to the left because it's a negative number. The 6 tells me that the object is going to move 6 places up. So I pick a point on the left-hand side because I know that I'm going to be moving to the left to start off with. It's got to go 4 places to the left, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 places, and then it must go 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. So that is the top left-hand corner of the shape. The bottom left-hand corner of the shape will go 4 across and 6 up. That's going to be over here. So there is my shape taking form now. And there is the object C dash. And so that's how we go about translating shapes. It's moving shapes via a vector. Hope this all makes sense. What you need to do is now go and practice these. Good luck. Goodbye.